because we're repairing the culture, isn't it? The culture, yeah. We're repairing everything. Repairing everything. Yeah, that is the wonderful Mr. Jimmy Cliff with a track there called Soulmate. Okay, I'm going to put this in a very Jamaican way now. You're going to have to, the music I'm playing in relation to this particular segment of the program, you're going to have to pick sense out of nonsense. And you'll have to work that one out. Yeah, the brother there, Jimmy Cliff, there is talking about soulmate. And I know many times we have these discussions in our community, and this idea that your objective in life is to get a soulmate. You have to have a soulmate, and but like so many things, we tend to encompass European definitions of things, and so on this particular track, Jimmy Cliff really explains it or sings about it in a much more in a more African context, where it puts it at the spiritual level. So it's your soulmate is someone who you have a deeper link with at a spiritual level. It's not just about somebody you go somewhere and you see them and you lust, and then you got married, and that is your soulmate. And Europeans say, I married my soulmate. That's just because you kind of met him somewhere and you lusted, and that was it, yeah. And there's no more deeper significance at a spiritual level than the fact that basically maybe you got married and blah blah blah, and you managed to kind of live together for a little while, etc. But in the African context, soul is much deeper in the sense that it's at a spiritual level. It's at how can you put this? It's you're part of a much deeper family, and your link just wasn't made on the earth when you met each other physically. The link was from a very much longer, a long spiritually, from a long time ago, and so you get this kind of a concern for each other's deep welfare. And so you get this kind of uncanny link where if something is happening to the other one, it will register in your soul. You get the point I'm making? So it's like and he talks about they walking through heaven's gate, So you see, it's more than just a physical. I met them one day when we were in the bar kind of thing, It's much deeper than that. Yeah, is that okay, sis?
I think that's perfect. I think that's completely perfect.
It's all part of the reparation.
It does. It is.
It's all part of the redefining everything.
Absolutely.
In our own terms.
That frame of reference that I was referring to earlier on, where we are reclaiming our understanding, our notions, the paradigms. We should not find ourselves continually subject to other people's notions of what things are. And I think the definition of soulmate that you just gave is really a really nourishing one, a really wholesome one. Because if we base everything that we do and are on a physical existence, we really are turning our back on the other aspects of ourselves, right, which are equally, if not more important, because it can be understood on a spectrum. We are metaphysical and physical. Mm-hmm. So if it is that we are taking care of the metaphysical, mm-hmm, then the physical is likely to be better off. Right. If we take care of things on the physical, we may neglect the spiritual. Absolutely. And so that connection should not be simply on a physical. It can be on a physical.
Mhm.
There's nothing wrong with that. But if it
Mhm.
is based solely on a physical,
That's the one.
it will
yeah.
cause a problem, because
Yes.
then you have this kind of spiritual anemia, if you
Sure,
like.
Sure.
A spiritual connection, a soulmate, will have aspects that you would want. You would
Right.
want to have someone who cares for you even when you're not looking.
Absolutely.
You would want to have someone who gets you without having to use language,
Right.
and certainly not relying on English.
Mhm.
You would want to have someone who feels able to, address you when you're in the height of your fury.
Absolutely.
The soulmate is supposed to be able to get through to you
Yeah.
when other people can't get through to you. So you can listen because you know that person, you have a connection with that person that is beyond what they
somebody
have.
who tells you things that are really in your interest, not what you want to hear.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And a soulmate, I think, I would go so far as saying that you could yearn. You yearn for your soulmate. So some people will say, I wish I could find a soulmate, or I have a soulmate. And when you're not with that person, or you haven't heard from them for a while, you think of them, or you it's more than thinking of them, actually, because the thinking suggests it's kind of very cerebral. You think of them
in your being.
In your being.
They're in your
I like
being.
that.
They're in your being, sis.
They're
Yeah.
in your being.
Yeah, they do.
Can
They
you
do.
imagine?
And they'll just manifest.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Even without you trying to do anything.
Yes.
That's how the link is, and it's deep in the sense that you chances are you have a similar purpose.
Yes.
They,
Yes.
they'll be.
There's a harmony.
Yes.
And there's
yes,
and there's a
yes.
there's a contentment and a satisfaction. They don't even have to do anything. They just have to be
precisely
in your being, preferably,
precisely.
but not necessarily only on a
Precisely.
physical
Yeah.
level.
But you
It
see-
will never
but
be
the thing-
physical.
The thing is, it's not. The thing about the spiritual, it's not emotion.
No,
It's
No,
exactly.
it's not.
It's not an emotional thing.
no.
So, like you said, you just have to be, and that's
Yes,
what actually
yes,
happens. Yes.
Yes, and you also get joy from your soulmate's joy.
Precisely.
You know what I mean? There is
precisely.
nothing like, you don't get envious and
No,
covetous
no,
and
no.
exop, and you know what I
No,
mean? You'd
no.
like, you can be, I guess you could be in the shadows, or you could be in another place, and know that your soulmate is getting through with whatever it is, and you get nourishment and contentment from that.
Absolutely.
It's an amazing thing.
Absolutely.
Everybody should get a soulmate, or you know what I mean?
I like what you said. It's
Let's
gonna-
start a movement.
It's gonna go shop and buy one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just want to give thanks to
I
you.
think on the other side of that too, also when your soulmate goes through certain things, sometimes you experience
Yes.
that yourself.
Yes.
To put it into the balance, because you and I try to live in the balance in terms of life. Then there are times when certain things happen there, and you used to be like, something. So you feel it.
Yeah.
You just feel it.
Yes,
So
yes.
something's not
And you
right
want
here.
the best for them, and there's no time limit, there's no
No.
physical
Yeah, yeah.
requirement, like they don't need to drive a certain car or
No.
earn a certain kind of money, or you know what I mean. It's
Yeah.
it's a
It's
completely
this
different
thing
kind
where
of.
your kind of your appreciation of them goes past the physical.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And so it's not a physical thing anymore. It's really at a certain. It's at a deeper level.
It's a
really.
vibration,
Yeah, it is. I like that.
It's
I
a
like
vibration.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, that's what spirit is, isn't it? It's a vibration. I hear that. Okay. Wow. How did you get me? How did you get me going off down
I don't
that
know,
road?
but you know what I also want to do? I want to
What's that?
recognize
Is
the
it,
others.
you wanna give some shout out to anybody
Well,
out there?
I want to acknowledge the people who are also sharing this Earth Month.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
yeah,
there are some
yeah.
other-
Have you got some other people out there? You know?
I don't have to name anybody, but I just know that
just
there
for
are.
everybody who share the same yes.
Yes.
Anna, you see the sister, sister's bigging you up too, because you say you share September. So Anna, this is for you as well.
Yes,
Yours,
yes.
yes.
So much love.
So much, absolutely.
So
sis.
much love.
You can't call. One day I'm gonna call you. Elder Anna, and you phone me up and say, me and no elder. So, Sister Anna, okay? It's big up for
That's
you too,
wonderful.
sis. Yes.
That's wonderful. And you know what I love about being able to do that is our extending the notion of love, extending the notion of caring about someone. You don't have to have conditional love. So I will love you
only if I know you.
Yes, or if you do this for me, I will love you. But if you dare to do so and so and so, I won't love you anymore. We need to be in this love vibration, like, in an incredible way. I guess over the last few years, I've been able to really experience that in ways that I never knew before. Because if you're in close geographical proximity, people can maybe show you love in a kind of physical way, or share moments with you.
Right.
But if you remove yourself and
you're not around on a day-to-day level,
and you can still experience that love, and there isn't a question about, well, you weren't here last week, so how you expect me to love you? You don't.
We never see you, so may I go love you?
Yes,
see you.
you're not as cute as whatever. So I used to love you, but I don't love you. That kind of nonsense. The other thing is a sister love and a brother love that is sometimes not understood in a Eurocentric frame of reference.
I hear that.
I have so much love for the African family that it's not possible to articulate it. I cannot articulate it. I am so concerned about our well-being. I become so furious. They need to find another word. I am past furious when I...
Furious don't state it properly.
No, it doesn't. When I learn of the consistent trauma and advantage that's taken of us. That whole Windrush conversation has just taken me to another place. The Grenfell incident is just, these are all things that are happening to us now. Our children are still being excluded from the school.
And on top of Windrush, they don't often identify that Caribbean people were in Grenfell.
No, because we are not considered important enough. Our elders in these institutions, I mean, they are really going through hell. If people try to define hell, you won't go in some of these residential places. Where we are just not being considered an important aspect of the community. I don't want to talk about the negative alone. I mean, I have some brothers and sisters who I just love. You see that LOVE word? You have to pronounce it differently. With your tongue.
It's inadequate for us.
Love them.
Yes, I hear you.
Expressions of love that mean that you would sacrifice that which you are doing to be in service to them.
Definitely.
That you would recognize any hard times they're going through and any celebrations they're having. That you are in it too. You love them like that.
I hear you, sister.
This is not connected to marriage.
No,
this is not connected to intercourse.
Exactly.
I can say that. Can I say that word?
Of course you can. Yeah, I think you can still say intercourse on radio, can't you? I think so. Yes.
But it's a love. It's a real love.
Wonderful, sis. Wonderful. A lot of this time there's just not enough time. Anyway, after the news and ad break, after we just have a little bit of a chat, we're going to invite you to call in the studio and get involved in the reasoning. Yes, I'll give you the number 07539 968 143. I repeat, 07539 968 143. We know someone having a dial already and they can speed dial, so it go. So let's get to the news and ad break, and then we just have a little bit of chat after that, and then
I'll tell them what you've been doing in the studio. I'm going to expose you and tell them exactly.
Wow.
In fact, call in if you want to know what he is here in the studio doing.
Wow, that's interesting. That's enough to make anybody call. I'm pretty sure of that. Yes. And as I said, if you got family and friends who now listen to the station, tell them they need to now. And I mean, when Sister Anna rings in and say, she's a very interesting lady, you know. I really like what she has said.
Give
But
thanks.
yeah, Anna,
Give
Anna,
thanks,
thank
Sister
you
Anna.
again. Thank you again. Thank you very much. Okay, and Elder Mama Cherry, I hope you're listening because I know you're into this kind of vibes. This is Omega Radio. This is Roots Doctor, Holistic Healing.
Omega Radio. 104.1
sis.
News and views.
Wow.
Around
I go and tell them what you're
It
doing.
remind me of when you